What up, guys? Before we get the van tour started here, a few things. Been in the process of moving to get this view right here. Little clouds in the sky today, but it's still pretty nice. Truck is going to be a little rough, but it is what it is. So first things, to everybody subscribed, thank you. All the extra time and effort it takes, everything you guys do, subscribing, commenting, makes it all worth it. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go hit the subscribe button, check out some of my other videos. Lastly, if y'all want to see great content and great videos, go check out Hughesman HVAC and HVACR Survival. You won't regret it. Now, let's get in the truck and see what we can find here. Well, starting the cab. No dash is complete without an assortment of old safety glasses and hats. We've got obviously earplugs. These are all my old refrigerant tags. I keep all my current refrigerant tags up here. My battery charger. Keep some random batteries in here. We've got a caliper, some temp humidity sensors, and a non-contact voltage detector. Gloves and masks. More masks, because that's the world we live in now. Tow tags. Recovery cylinder tags. More refrigerant tags. Tags all over the place. I keep a lot of my extra literature in here. Some more masks. Obviously, the Lysol hand sanitizer. And label maker. Not much more in here, except I do like to keep my boots with the rubber covers for those times you don't want to work with wet feet. And that's my harness. So let's jump in the back and see what else we got. Alright, so here we are in the side of the truck. We'll start here and work our way back. Just got some shelves here. I got some labels on these. This is just random batteries up here. We got copper fittings, biggest to smallest. Other random copper fittings, barb fittings, just random drawers with stuff. Drop down to our fuses here, all our low voltage fuses, little poppers, some other random bigger fuses, and fuses and fuses and fuses. So there we are there. Just keep some gloves. Everything inside of here is just literature and different manuals on different kind of things, and it makes for a nice little workstation if I need it here. This is my old tool bag. Just keep some random hand tools in here. Don't use this a whole lot anymore. It's basically empty. Just some random stuff. Gasket scraper, my other T-handles. I keep the essentials in my main tool bag. Got some hand scrubs and wheel chocks. Have to have some wheel chocks at a couple of the locations we go to. This is my second refrigerant rack, 407, M199, 409A, and Hot Shot, which I don't think I've ever used Hot Shot. I think it was one of the original R22 replacements. I like to keep these up here. This is all my wires, random control wires, shielded tube cable, some hanging cable, and some tubing, and some other random wires. So this is my old UEI manometer. I need to get it repaired. I don't think this one works anymore. I got a couple of them hanging around here. So let's get in the back and we'll go through everything else. So working our way back to front. Shout out to Vito. If y'all don't have one of these are pretty cool. Hanging on the bulkhead here and hold some of my random sheet metal tools, crescent wrenches, some more wire cutters, flex knife. We got some sanitizer here, some other sealants, and R11 flush, zip ties, nice place for your turbo torch. Got some DeWalt, different drill bits, degreasers, In this bin I keep all my nitrogen tanks, an extra oxygen settling, CO2, and my settling tank there. Don't use that too much with the oxygen settling. But this shelf's kind of a mess, but we've got a few grinder, corded drill, some random MC cable, socket set, Sawzall, flame safeguard tester. That's for the old style. Haven't used that in a while. Some other random manometers and a security bit set, and the first aid kit, of course. Up here I keep all kinds of grommets. My nitrogen regulator has seen better days, I'd say. Might be time for a new one. Caulk gun. I always keep extra grommets because you never know when you need them. But some LEDs, some other colored tape. Nothing real special. Got some drywall anchors, some liquid tight connections, just some more wire nuts, grease fittings. It's a fitting kit with all different sizes in it. It's just another random box of crap that I've just got some tubing, some extra gauges in here, electrical tape and stuff like that. Keep my computers up here. I've got the old one and the new one. Depends on what I'm doing. Some work better for some other different control systems. Dead blow hammer, duct hammer. Here's just some random install stuff, nuts and bolts, and drawing a blank, whatever the hell you call those things. But all kinds of random. Got a little condensate pump deal. Some extra wire nuts. These shelves are kind of a mess back here, but working our way back. Always keep a box of rags, bucket, a gallon of water to rinse and drain. Use my 50 pounder for R22 410A, and I got my one shot there. A couple spare jugs of R22. I keep most of my relays, sequencers. There's another random Copeland motor, it's a little cannonball type motor. Time delays, more rib relays, and some 9340s. I don't keep a whole lot of parts on my truck, just the essentials usually. I got some pan treatment, all my solders and my fluxes, pipe dope, all that kind of good stuff there. This is my old set of gauges and my newer analog gauges that I like to use. Best way I found to keep hoses on your truck, if you're not going to stick them on top, just keep them up here on the sides, keeps them out of the way. Keep an assortment of filter dryers, transformers. Usually just keep a 75 VA multi-tap. It's really all good for anything. And then contactors, 120 volts to 24, 3-pole, 2-pole, 1-pole, basically everything you need. And back to the capacitors, just an assortment of all kinds of capacitors. You got your hard starts and your 3-in-1s. All my thermostats here, just random heating thermostats. Usually keep a 5,000 and an 8,000. I got some train sensors back here. Nothing real special. We got some other train parts. This is all my heating stuff here. That's not supposed to be there, not sure why it is. But hot surface igniters, thermocouples, some aluminum pilot tubing. There's an ignition control module. There are all kinds of random stuff in here. You never know when you might need it. Behind my hoses here, we've got jumper cables, spare drill, all of my ratchet straps and everything stay in there. This shelf is a bunch of just random tools. We got a Dremel tool kit, separate screwdriver kit there. This is my flare swedge kit and my scale. Underneath there's Pittsburgh torque wrench. There's just some extra vacuum pump oil. Back there we just keep a bunch of random, again, another shelf that's a mess. Just all kinds of PB blaster, degreaser, a little bit of coil cleaner. You got the Viper coil cleaner, some insulation adhesive, a random inducer motor. I think that came out of a friend's house. But in here we just keep a bunch of other hand tools, PVC cutters, lighter, some more Viper cleaner. This Blackhawk new Calgon is good for grease on refrigeration coils. You do have to rinse that on the condensers, but it does well with greasy kitchen coils. Just some random PVC fittings, more random stuff here, Zoom spout oil, cleaners and such. Tap Magic, that cutting fluid's good stuff. You don't have it, getting some. These are a lot of my refrigeration stuff on this side. So we've got a Headmaster 3/8 180, 3/8 solenoid valve. We got a low pressure, high pressure. Back there's a DTA V40, defrost control, 3-wire defrost termination, fan delay, low pressure control, some Copeland start components, low pressure sensor, just some more P66's head pressure controls, temp controls. The most used is probably the A12 1560. It's good for basically any refrigerator. It's a constant cut in at 39 degrees. Of course, got to have the wet rag. And up to another messy shelf. I keep all my wire terminals and everything in here. Just some random wires. There's a Copeland compressor plug, service wrench, miscellaneous nuts and bolts and screws, some open mesh, spare batteries. There's all kinds of crap up here. There's my little magnetic tool. It's always useful. And then some abrasive cloths. There's your hose key. Gotta have one of those. Nozzle. Just some 5/16 bit tip screws. And we'll work our way back here. These drawers keep a lot of my valve cores, swivel tees, some more just copper service valves. I always keep my old keys and I take them out if I'm not using them. You never know when you might need a random sized key for something. Solenoid magnet, some more stay silv, and this is for random brass to steel and steel to copper. More of the same here, just some caps, pipe clamps, a couple threaders, random chucks, and just some more tap-on valves and C&D valve core removers, stuff like that. Nothing real special. This drawer's just full of junk, old used parts. You never know when you might need it. This is all used stuff, just random that I can throw on if need be. Nothing real special in here. More indicator bulbs. Inside this toolbox is just a bunch of random copper fittings. There's my number 2 drill, another spare drill. I keep a tiny ladder. It's always good for little stuff. And we've got a leak detector. There's the Infinicon TechMate and the D-Tech Select. D-Tech Select I like. The battery seems to wear out too fast. TechMate seems to work pretty good as well. More random electrical fittings, some Armaflex tape, metal tape, recovery machine, vacuum pump. Down here in the side I just keep some random Armaflex we got our crowbar, pry bar, and strong arm. Always comes in handy for some of the bigger stuff. These are all my more common refrigerants. 134, 22, 410. I think that's 404. And then I keep all the stuff I use all the time, all my field piece stuff back here. Temp probes, pressure probes. There's my drill. My oxygen settling, of course. Back here we've got a manometer, a micron gauge, and my field piece. Pressure probes. Got a magnet with random bits and wrenches and drill bits and all kinds of stuff up there. And handy dandy magnet light. That's a good buy right there. Another random tool pouch I haven't even used. We've got extension cords, rope. Back there's our magnetic umbrella. And I keep hanging here some Big Blue and some drain pan treatment. Viper Refrigeration Technologies. It's the best stuff going. So now let's go through the tool bag. I don't keep much in here. It's pretty limited. I only take what I need. We've got some Nylog Blue. Put that on everything. It's like Frank's hot sauce. A little screwdriver. We got a multi-stubby, always useful. Just some other random mirror. We got some, just some more chucks, some drill bits down in there. Some other, if I can get them out, just a couple sockets. I keep a 9/16 and a 7/16 in there. And then in the back here, I carry removable 5/16 there. Again, just the necessities. I don't like to carry too much on the roof when I don't have to. Flathead screwdriver. We got channel locks. Phillips screwdriver. T-handles. These are the ones I use most frequently. We got a 3/16, 5/32, and an 1/8. That's what we see most often. We got a little ratchet in here. I keep a big ratchet with a 1/2 inch, and I have no idea where it's at. I have to find that. This is my second meter. I like to use this for amps only. I don't use it for voltage. That's why it doesn't have terminals on it. Wire crimpers, wire cutters, a small flathead. We got a brush, needle nose, fin comb, always useful. Not so much these days because it's getting cold. Well, it's supposed to be getting cold. It's November. It's about 70 degrees right now. Klein tools, needle nose / wire strippers, and my big Klein tool cutters there. And then on this side, keep some tape and all my essential, just a small crescent, another tiny screwdriver, Phillips. This is good for your contactors, getting those covers off. And we'll go 11/16, 9/16, just a bunch of random wrenches, 5/8, 1/2 inch, 7/16. We got a double 7/16, 1/2 inch, 3/8. It's my service valve wrench, and we got a 5/16. Another one hiding down here. I'm guessing this is the 1/4. Yep. So that's the 1/4 inch. On this side, I always keep just some jumper cables. You never know when you need those. Always useful. I can do 100% diagnosis with this thing. Always going to have to run and get something. I keep this with just some random terminals, caps, fuses, screws, just some other random stuff. It needs to be restocked, but that was just a pill holder from Kroger. Temperature probe and my field piece meter. And basically that's about it in the MV2. Not much else in there. So there's the van tour, guys. I know we went through it quick, but I didn't want to make this video too long. If y'all got any questions, leave me a comment, smash the like button, and subscribe. We'll see y'all on the next one.